I have to commend these guys. I just love this office building so much. I mean, I realize this is silly. This is basically the menu where you select your next mission. But I just loved poking around this place and looking at all these details. I mean, look at this. There were little ketchup and mustard dispensers. Just so much time and effort is spent on every little detail to make this place feel lived in, as opposed to, yeah, this is a cafeteria. See, it has tables and chairs. This stuff just feels right. It feels, I don't know, lived in, used.
And to be fair, the only reason I approve of this is because it's also a game of decent length that has, you know, large levels throughout the game. Like, if they'd spent all their time making this area really cool, and then it'd been like a 3-hour game, that would have been bullshit. But like, since they had the budget and resource to do this, it's really appreciated. See, that's why people get really disappointed about this game's shortcomings, is because the fact that it did put in this effort is just awe-inspiring, and then when they let it down, it's like if Portal's gameplay had been really terrible, or like, you know, had like flaws, pretty severe flaws, like halfway through or towards the end, people would have like sensed that like there was extreme effort being paid towards
if at the end they gave you a machine gun and had you fight a rippled muscle guy.
Stick to kicking down doors and
well, yeah, no, it's just like people get the idea that like it's one game in 1,000 that can just put together this kind of writing or like these kinds of environments, and they muffed it.
More candy bars.
This could have been legendary, but it was just kind of mediocre.
Am I the only one who does that? I always feel like when I'm walking through a door, I need to close it behind me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously it does help in certain situations, when you're trying to use stealth, for example.
I know what you mean, but I usually just like don't bother.
I don't bother either. I leave every door open, drive everybody crazy.
Sometimes I like walk out, close the door, and then open it again.
Oh, I saw that.
Just let them know I didn't forget. I just want you to hear everybody bitching about the machine eating their quarter for the next hour or so, if you're too lazy to get up.
So this is the level up menu. Here you can get different augmentations, which are sort of like perks in Fallout, as opposed to like leveling up stats in a D&D style game or something. No, we're not gonna. Yeah, let's take parachute first.
Actually, parachute is super useful when you get to China.
Yes, when you get to China, but before you get there, it's useless. Just taking it first, like that's your first thing, is like, I can't wait to get my augment parachute. I'm gonna jump off the building over and over again.
So we're gonna do the Detroit police investigation, right? In that case, we're gonna need to upgrade our hacking capture rather fast.
Yeah, we're probably gonna want like the creepy ass social options at some point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the next time there's a conversation that will actually use the social enhancer. I don't think
Police station.
Oh, that's right. We should get that then.
Why do you need it at the police station?
For the one dude. Dude, that's like one of my favorite of these conversations. You are a terrible person, Seamus.
I snuck into the police station and never talked to anybody. I ghosted the place.
I got the guy to you can get the guy to let you in the front door, and like nobody bothers you.
Oh, wow, I had no idea. I thought, oh, this is impossible. He'll never let you in, so I won't even bother. And I found like a place to sneak in.
Well, to be fair, it really does help if you have this thing that allows you to tell you what buttons to press. I get the idea that it'd be pretty hard otherwise.
Know that, David.
Somebody's probably gonna correct me.
This conversation with Seraph, I did it without the one where you get him to tell you the truth. Not this conversation, but I think the one after.
What are you talking about, Seamus? You're like way ahead of where the game is. You keep doing this. First it's the Zeke Sanders trap, then it's the conversation with the one big twist thing.
No, the one in Seraph's office. It's your next conversation with him, I think. Yeah, after you do the police station.
Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that?
I sent you in there to take care of things.
This conversation doesn't go well if you let the guy go.
He said he needed to go get takeout, so I let him go get takeout. Gave him $5 to give me some fried rice.
There's a pretty great moment there at the first point where like I was talking to him and it's like about Sanders and it shows her get cut off from like, oh, so it's just gonna have him like go, never mind about Sanders, we're gonna move on to the next point, so it just glosses over this because they don't want to put in this whole conversation tree just for me making that decision. But then it gets him cut off because no, actually he's pissed as hell and really wants to have this conversation.
Today's attack is just a shell game being run by somebody else.
It's an odd thing about these little conversations is that it's a pre-rendered cutscene when you walk in here. And on the PC it's kind of ridiculous because you go from a crappy low-res pre-rendered scene to a high-res live in-game scene, and that's like so.
I never understood the pre-rendered cutscenes in this game. They don't seem to like.
Yeah.
There's nothing that the pre-rendered cutscenes do that couldn't be done in engine just as well.
And I think placate. If you haven't passed it already, placate is a thing to do there.
So what do you want me to do, boss?
Yeah, well, I mean, really the thing ultimately, like, if you have the conversation enhancers, what you do is you just, like, keep him from changing the subject repeatedly.
Yeah.
Seamus even says, hey, go find a friend in the place that you used to work, which is the police station, and get him to let you into the morgue. And you took that as, hey, I'll just sneak my way through the whole police station and get shot at 1 billion times.
I didn't get shot at.
You got it.
Yeah, he just didn't get seen.
And then he just kind of stands here.
But the other weird thing about these scenes, they look a little flat. The in-game footage that we're looking, not footage, the live rendering we're looking at now, is so much more brightly lit. It's like there's this really shadowy, moody thing when you walk in, and then all of a sudden he flips on like 10 more lights in the room. And really, I think the room would look cooler if they just toned down the lights a bit.
To be fair, that happens to me a lot. I'll be sitting around and like doing spoiler warning or something, and my roommate will come in and turn the lights on. I'm like, oh yeah, it's night now.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his.
Then again, it's never not night in the Deus Ex universe, so.
Right, like I know what that means anymore.
I think the entire game must take place in one day.
Off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart.
Like, I think somebody once told me, and I at the time I was sure he was wrong, that the first Deus Ex all took place in one night.
Denouncing all the violence
that doesn't seem right to me.
No, it doesn't seem right to me either. Good grief, you go from New York
totally seems
to
right
China.
As someone who played Deus Ex 1 extensively.
Taggart, you would have died on that
operating
table.
And thus does not feel left out
Get an
in this
opinion.
conversation.
He knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it.
It is one thing you don't notice until somebody points it out, really.
If he can
or
sway
maybe,
popular
but
opinion enough,
I don't think there's ever been
the
like a
nations will be
daytime
forced to take a
section of a
stand.
Deus Ex game.
Mark my words. That man is trouble.
No, and well, I mean, it's easier to make your engine look good at night. I mean, that's one thing. So if you're making a noir-ish game, you just set everything
What
at
about
night.
Antarctica? I mean, or not Antarctica, but the Arctic Circle. I mean, okay. So you pretty much have daylight 90% of the time up there, but still.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if
But
anybody
it was
stupid
bright
enough,
there when you get there.
if anybody was stupid enough to make a Deus Ex game where you went to Antarctica, yeah, that would be really bad.
Mr. Jensen! Everyone's talking about what a
Unless it like all took place within a darkly lit facility.
You're a real hero, sir.
Yeah, like there's just an Antarctic base there, but it's not there for a reason related to the plot. They just like the bad guys moved in for no particular reason, and then some other major characters are there for reasons of convenience.
I never knew about
So
these.
the whole world feels like it's inhabited by 5 people, and the size of an Applebee's.
Oh,
I wasn't paying attention to anything you were saying. Are we talking about Deus Ex 2?
We
No,
might be.
I don't think so. Were we?
Hey, what's up?
Wait, did that actually happen in Deus Ex 2?
Yes.
Oh Jesus! What?
I'm glad you're back.
Deus
I was just
Ex
making
2.
stuff up.
I manage.
Yes,
Sorry
Deus
about
Ex 2 had exactly
It must be
that.
hard.
You go to Antarctica
Oh,
and it's
wow, we
all
thought you were
weird
a
and
goner,
goofy.
too.
Antarctica, I
Everything's
didn't
going
know
to
that,
shit.
but Antarctica
The
is
attack on
about
HQ,
the size of an
and now this mess
Applebee's.
with the factory.
It's
Yeah.
separated into
Tough
rooms,
times all
believe it or not. Like there's just walls and
Corelli, you
tunnels
okay?
between
I
parts
don't
of
know.
Antarctica. It's like a little rat maze.
I fucked up. I
It's
mean,
for the
bad.
penguin.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall.
So
you know,
we gonna do this
one of
side quest?
Pritchard's texts. We started sneaking
Um,
out some neuropoxine from one of the
This
labs.
one's kind of easy.
Jesus, Tim. You
And we're gonna be in the
fired,
apartment area
worse,
anyway, so
arrested
we might as
if
well.
The company chooses to prosecute.
I don't think we should skip
What are you
all the
thinking?
side quests.
I know.
I think the least we should do
Definitely.
this one,
It's
and then we should do this one in
I didn't
Chinatown
wanna
where
do it
there's
at
like
first,
the
but there
woman
were good
who
reasons.
took out a loan.
Anyway,
From the triad?
Now I want out, but Tyndall
Well, we
has
should
security
obviously do the
footage
one
of
with
me
Megan's
stealing
mom.
the stuff, and says he'll expose me if I
Yeah.
ever stop
And
helping.
Malix.
I'm in a bad
We should
spot,
only do that
Adam.
one just so though
need that
the one with
footage
Megan's
back.
mom, just so we could like.
Well, Malix is
You're
only
busy with
barely
what's
a
going
side
on right
quest.
now, but I could really use your help.
Malix,
Well, the
Malix
first
side
thing you
quest is
need
kinda
to do-
interesting. There's you like go LA Noir in Malix
How
side
about
quest.
Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock.
Ask him why
need
he's
a
still wearing his
Casey or
goggles.
something to crack
Why
it.
is he going around with
got it
goggles
covered.
around his neck? What do you do around
And he's
here
like, "Why are you
with
going around with
wireless goggles?"
sunglasses on?" And you're like,
I
"Touche."
care about this because
Damn, Adam. Are you really going to shake me down like this? That's cold. I'm hurting here. Look, I may be able to get my hands on a weapon mod for you. Jeez, never thought I'd have to buy you.
Better be a good
Shaking
one.
him down. Like, you're in charge of security and you're gonna make him steal from the company and give to you to cover up for stealing from the company. What?
Exactly.
To give to poor people. That is the most convoluted way. Like, you're the chief of security. If you were gonna steal that stuff, you could
Might be
just
tough to
steal
get
it
in because this building has
instead
a
of
large
him.
security gate protecting it.
well, that's
Easier.
Great.
Hacking the security
And
gate
with
is
less
possible,
chance of
but
getting
would
caught.
require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
All right. Tell me more.
It's difficult to
Really?
tell when when
Wow,
this guy's being
thanks,
sarcastic.
Adam. I thought I was done.
Adam
for.
Jensen is the most
The
deadpan.
security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway
Actually,
station
I remember
parking
back
lot
with
once you
Deus
get a
Ex,
hold
people
of it.
actually didn't
I got
like
it
that
from here.
JC Denton was so just neutral and deadpan about everything.
I wasn't really crazy about
I'm
him.
a hack
In fact,
my
I
own
probably
PC.
I
Oh, wait, I don't
probably
have
would
the
have
rating, do I?
preferred it if he'd been a silent protagonist, but he did grow on me after a while. But at first I was like, really? I'm this gravelly voiced spy dude in a giant black trench coat? I feel like I'm trying too hard. I feel like I'm role-playing as a character who's trying way too hard and like watched The Matrix too many times.
I
Got
think
some
part of
stuff
what
from the
colors
guys who
my impression of
rescued. Let's turn off all the security
is that
camera.
I first played Deus Ex when I was like 12 years old or something. So
Because we're
like,
responsible.
Also,
oh yeah, this guy's
So-
badass.
So you played it recently then?
yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, come on.
How do I
ahead,
never
Ben.
see this coming? How do I
don't
never
know.
like see
good
this
question,
setup and
Ruskar.
anticipate?
As you get older, you'll learn to catch on to things like that.
Like when I'm 14 or 15, you mean?
Yes, once you learn to drive.
We were thinking more 12.
All I can do is like get there before you guys do. Loading screen.
Oh yeah, this is.
They're the best.
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here?
Megan's
Oh.
mom wants
Why not
us
come
to
meet
call
me
her
inside?
Cassandra.
I don't know.
No.
I guess I wasn't ready. But this is where you were.
Make out with her.
Do we get to romance
It's
her?
also the place where I lost
Is that the new romance
No,
option?
it's Megan's mom. That would be the
Mom
best. That would
of
be
dead
the
ex.
you for 10,000 renegade points.
Achievement unlocked. Dynasty.
I try not to think about it.
Oh. Well, I guess it's the
Doing
sensible thing
dynasty
to
with the
do.
dynasty.
I just don't know
Okay,
if
that's
I'd
not-
be
Ask her
able
if
to-
she has. Ask
But
Cassandra
then
here if she has a
after
mom,
what you've
and tell her
been
you want to
through,
meet her.
A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've
Being just a complete prick
At
to,
first I couldn't even believe you were
no
so
innuendo intended. Being a complete prick to her mom is actually a lot of fun.
Oh, here it is. The one option you've all been waiting for.
I never asked for this.
Make out with Megan's mom.
They say they saved
No.
me, but I'm not sure saved.
That's what I've been
The
waiting
other one.
for.
I understand your anger. I wouldn't take
Oh,
too
here it is.
Okay.
Let's do it.
that kind of decision
Let's do it!
me either.
Yeah!
But that
I'm sure that was like 10 seconds later.
I, for one, am glad
It
that
was.
you're still among us.
It was really
Can I
great.
ask why you wanted to see me?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I'm
should feel
sorry.
I was actually, I was honestly
Hear
expecting you
about
not to
Megan.
pick the option just to troll.
About what happened to her, or rather about
I probably
the
should start doing
investigation
that.
into what happened.
What about it?
I'm not even sure why that
Simply
phrase has
put,
become so mimetic.
I feel something is not quite
Yeah, he doesn't
right.
even
Yeah, it
say
wasn't like
very
it was
much.
set up.
I mean, it's just
No,
like
he
that
doesn't
one
say it
thing.
all very
Foul play
often.
involved.
I do. Call it
It's probably the thing where there was like
mother's
one
intuition.
video that was like used as a
But when
reaction,
speaking to some
just
of
like
the
I never asked for this, and
investigators,
people
there were
like
a lot
I don't
of
know picked up on it.
inconsistencies.
Kind of like Nope.avi.
And then I met this
Or
detective,
maybe
a man
it was
called
used in the
Chase.
promotion.
He agreed.
Like maybe it was in the
weren't
trailer.
handled by the book, although he has
Nope.
I don't know why they
is
put that in the
comedy
trailer.
gold. What are you talking
Hear
about?
my daughter laugh again.
No, I love me some Nope.avi.
I'll
I
never
don't
get
get
a
me
call
wrong.
from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day.
What's your favorite part? The "nuh" or the
stolen
"ope"?
from me. However
I like the
unjustified
whoop.
this all is,
Yeah.
I still want to know why it happened.
But
You're not the same.
okay, we should probably talk about what's going on in the game right now.
I have no idea
is
what's going
going
on. I forget this
I
quest.
know you loved Megan.
Basically,
So-
Megan's mom says that
Will
somebody
you help
messed
me
with the
find out what
investigation
really
into her
happened to
death, and she wants you to check this out.
Yeah, the
Conveniently,
investigation
this
into
means
Megan's
getting
mom's
stuff from the
death
police station.
was obviously tampered with because she is standing alive in front of us.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes,
She expects some
compensation.
form of compensation
Give
for
me
this.
monies.
Adam, you're
Compensation adequate.
serious, aren't you?
Hmm.
I know what kind of
May
compensation we
affect
want.
future
Who
romance
used to
option.
be. I thought a chance to know
Does-
what
does she just
really
get too
happened to
pissed?
Megan, what really happened to you.
Like, does she get
Yeah,
so pissed
yeah.
that she won't even let you do it?
would have been
No, she'll
worth
let you
your
keep doing it.
time.
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself.
If there's any side
No!
quest to do in this game, it's this one.
This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I
Reward!
did with this detective Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court.
And then
Ah,
she
an
just like
apartment building on
conveniently
Brooklyn
blocks
Court.
out
You
what
might
you
need
just
more
said.
information. Oh,
Why does that
that's
detective
right.
need to work
There,
part-time
that's
as
the
a
only
security
apartment building in the
He
entire
retired
game.
soon
Never
after
mind.
the case. I don't really know the details.
Wait,
You
so
know,
she's
I-
not even
game-
going to offer us a reward?
I'm on it.
How cheap.
I ding the game for there only being one apartment building, but in Deus Ex 1, New York City was a city block. It was like there was one street, it went around the block, and that was New York. Cities are tough. Cities are tough to do.
It's
This is a really
Crisis
nice
2
one
kind
to
of made
see,
it
though.
look easy.
It is. It does feel really small, but hey, look,
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
not.
I thought it. I didn't think it felt that small, actually.
It doesn't feel that small when you're running back and forth across it because there's no goddamn fast travel in this game. Let's
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't-
the woman who's racing.
the weapon.
Yeah, I
Richard.
remember
Do you
her.
do you really want me to talk to her? I don't want to.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh shit, Adam.
Well, shit, if it ain't the captain himself. Mr. Sarah
Why do you
done
make me do
fixed
these
you
things,
up
Red Sky?
good, ain't he? Give you new set of glasses and everything. Damn.